Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to more Stardew Valley. Previously, we got to, I think it was around 4 days we experienced. Went to Ginger Island, we got some new things learned, including how we actually can combine our rings. And yeah, we also spent all of our money, so we are dirt poor now. But in exchange, we started preparing to be making more money from said island. This time, it's time for your adventures out there. Don't forget your weapons, special attack. Swords can block incoming attacks, which is very useful when slimes are jumping at you. Clubs that can pound the ground, send enemies flying. With a dagger, you can perform a super quick triple strike attack. Be safe. Yeah, as I've mentioned multiple times at this point, the tips he gives at this stage in the game are kind of not that great, but that's fine. But yeah, last time we spent all our money on both a catalog and I think it was like a furniture log or something. Oh, what? Hi, Nate, I did some shopping this morning. I got this for you. You just bought me some mixed seeds. Thought you could really use one of these. Well, it's a thought that counts, so thank you. Oh, hey, look at that! Our child's finally grown to the next stage of their growth. So yeah, once they, I think it's like 2 weeks old, you can, start interacting with them. You'll throw them up in the air, and then they'll land in your hands, and you'll get a little heart symbol. It actually increases friendship with your kid. Funnily enough, you really don't need to ever interact with your kid. Like, you really don't gain anything out of it, but we're going to, because we're nice like that. But yeah, we're going to be doing quite a bit. As in this episode, we're going to be going through the rest of the our first spring. We're going to be experiencing the rest of spring in this episode. So definitely a lot to get done and a lot to see. And of course, similar to the last time, we're going to be kind of going over things in a bit of a new way, as we're going to be facing things kind of in the new manner that I kind of showed last time. So yeah, I guess we'll get to the first topic of interest. See you guys in just a moment. Now, admittedly, there wasn't too much to do today outside of working on our ancient fruit a little bit and going around town and just giving people gifts. So what you're going to see is me working on the house a little bit. Now, what I'm doing right now basically is just kind of getting a foundation down. I don't fully have an idea in my head yet as to what I plan on designing my house around. I just kind of want to have a baseline there. The only thing I know for certain is I want to keep the bedroom kind of how it is for the most part, themed around what it is, since, Penny is the one who made it, and I feel like it's something that's kind of tied intrinsically into her character because it's her heart event. So the bedroom's mostly going to stay the same. I may add some more flourishes to it and stuff, but every other room, you're going to see me working on stuff. For now, mostly the main thing I was working on was just trying to get, like, the wallpaper fixed, like, in which one I wanted. Same with the flooring, and then just getting some baseline furniture pieces down, such as, like, the things you'll use on the floor. It looks like dividers for the rooms. It's a small thing, but I really think it just actually adds to give you a little detail to the room, and I actually really like it, especially when you have to separate certain floor types and whatnot. Also, you'll see me fiddling with some of the mechanics because it's been quite a while since I've really gone in depth with building a house in Stardew Valley. For example, not being able to put the plasma screen on a big table. Concerned Ape, if you're watching this somehow, please add. But yeah, so you can see I'm just trying to kind of figure out the way I want things to be designed and things like that. Again, nothing here is final until we have, like, the final house upgrade where we get every, like, room possible. Then that'll probably be the time where I really go in depth. But I wanted to have just a baseline to work with so our house looks somewhat presentable. Lastly, here at the end, you're going to see that I end up going to my chest and start throwing stuff away, specifically like the house plants and furniture pieces that we've collected from monster drops and things like that. The reason I'm doing this is I double-checked by looking at the furniture catalog itself. These are all items that we can get infinitely from the furniture catalog, so there's no reason to fill up our inventories. If it's an item that we cannot get inside the furniture catalog, I ensured that we kept it and I did not delete it. Hence why you'll see 2 of the wallpaper with the mystery emblems on them, since you can only get those via the mystery boxes themselves. Okay, and so here you can kind of see the progress I made so far. Still quite a bit more to do and more I would like to get done. But today is a day where we're going to be working on something else. The main reason I was working on the actual house, how it looks yesterday, was just because it's kind of just fit perfectly fine. But yeah, that's what we have so far. Things are liable to change, and I was just kind of placing stuff down while, stuff struck me and be like, I don't want to do this, don't want to do that. So things are likely to change, but this is just what I have so far. Weather is, tomorrow's the flower dance, which is really exciting, because last time we didn't get to dance with anybody. Hopefully our wife will be willing to. And we have good luck. So yeah, what we can do today is a little bit different. Hope you've been practicing your moves. Tomorrow's the flower dance. Okay. Yeah. I've been really practicing. You'll be so ecstatic when you see what I've come up with. But you can see this is just what the house layout is so far. Again, things are definitely liable to change. It's just what I kind of threw down for the time being, so that way things would work. Our indoor coffee planters already, which is nice. Oh, Emily just sent us some cloth, and of course there's the letter from Lewis saying, hey, the day's coming up where we're gonna do dancing, so be ready. But yes, I think today we may go over to Ginger Island, since I didn't go yesterday. It's a good luck day, so it's another day where I may go into the mines just to try to get some more golden walnuts. The thing is, we're kind of at that part where we need to wait for golden walnuts, but the way we get them is a little bit more RNG dependent, unfortunately. We really can't go out of our way for them as much anymore, which sucks, but, you know, it's fine. We'll kind of make do. But, yeah, it does suck that we kind of have to rely on RNG quite a bit for upcoming spots, but that's fine. So starting off, before we actually head over, I was going to give our sashimi to Pierre, because he asked about it. It's about time, I was starting to get the shakes. I want this fish so bad. Munch. No, that's good. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, I was about to say, he's not even going to say thanks. Okay, yeah, he did, though. 1,000 gold, that is definitely worth it, considering we just gave the guy some sashimi. We're pretty close to getting this one done. We still need the apricot, which is going to eventually happen, same with that. And then the Mayor Schwartz is going to be a while. That's going to be one of the last things we do, for a few different reasons. We'll get to that. Another thing I saw when I was looking around, I don't have anything for you to do. Oh, wait, maybe you like crab cakes. Okay, good. Because I need to be befriending you, and I've been kind of behind. But yeah, if we come down here to, the board, you can see that there's an exclamation mark or anything, but don't we already have a quest activated? Yes, we do. But this is interesting because you can actually see we can actually collect multiple. I'm putting on a little promotion just for fun. If anyone can collect 1,000 pieces of stone in a week, they'll earn a reward. And, wait, mind dropping a few taters in a keg and bring me a batch or two. Okay. You know what? 13 days. You know, we'll do the strong stuff for Pam. She's our mother-in-law. I feel like we should probably prioritize her a little bit more. Oh, hey there, man. Do you like crab cakes? I don't really know if... Oh, maybe you like spaghetti. You like spaghetti? Okay, good. I'm glad. We're almost at max, which is good, actually. We're already at 8 hearts, and it's Tuesday the 23rd of spring 2. This guy hasn't even been here for a whole month, and we're almost max friendship with him. That's great. To be fair, though, we already had his birthday, but, you know, I still think that's a good thing that we're doing that good. Can't believe we already got 2, but as you can see, it's actually the introduction to another way we can get, one of the last ones we get RNG based, from actually harvesting crops on this island. We can actually, oh wait, do I need a scythe for this? Or maybe it's not fully grown yet. But yeah, we can actually harvest stuff here on Ginger Island, and potentially get some, oh, the kind of great part, potentially get some gold walnuts. That's really cool. A journal scrap, good way to start the day. Forging table, topaz defense, emerald speed, jade critical strike power, aquamarine critical strike chance, amethyst knockback, ruby damage, prismatic shard, and enchantment. Note, weapons can be forged up to 3 times with the gems and can also be enchanted once with a prismatic shard. Innate enchantments, meaning those powers that sometimes appear on weapons when you first acquire them, can also be added and rediscovered using a dragon tooth. Theorize that this cannot be done with weapons above a certain caliber. Tools can only be enchanted, not forged. So a little bit more explanation as to how the enchanting stuff works. If you don't really understand it, don't worry, we'll get back to it at a different time. Yeah, that still keeps the X marks the spot. Oh, I don't have any torches or stuff for torches. But yeah, we'll, again, go more in depth to it when we start doing more of the enchanting stuff, but yeah, it's kind of cool that you get a note that kind of explains it to you. Now, for the most part, what you're going to be seeing here is me just going around kind of doing what I like to call the daily chores for Ginger Island, which is to go to your farm, clear out some space, cut down certain trees just to clear out some space. You see me grabbing the ginger roots where I can. But from there, you're going to see I head up to then the quarry. I clear that out because there are some bone pieces we could be looking for there. And then after that, I'm going to be heading up to the volcano and just using that spare time to gather more cinder shards, maybe some dragon teeth, some other valuables that you can find in that area. And just some other goodies that are miscellaneous, especially since it's a good luck day, and we're not going to the Skull Cavern currently because we're trying to work more on Ginger Island, so a good in-between is to go to the volcano since you can find some good items there as well. But again, the daily stuff that you're going to be doing on Ginger Island kind of varies, especially once you unlock things later on. Just got a pre-rare item, a Basilisk Paw. You are immune to debuffs. This is a trinket that works a little bit differently to some of the other ones. For example, we put it on there. You see, we're not going to have anybody appear, but instead it is a buff. So instead of having like a guy follow you, it's just a straight up buff. You are immune to debuffs. That may seem like, oh, of course I'd rather have the parrot egg, which in this case I actually really would. But it is nice to have this because in future runs and in future areas where debuffs that are really, really annoying to deal with are like common, it is nice to have the option just to completely make yourself immune to them. So, you may end up being confused about what you're seeing here. Why am I not moving? Why am I just moving the cursor around? Well, it's because I was actually frozen here. I tried eating a carrot, and I guess maybe a little too quick or something for the game to register. And so, I just got frozen in place, and I couldn't move. I couldn't open my inventory. You'll see me try to move the cursor around. If you look at the top right, you'll see that time is frozen, so it thinks I am trying to eat. Now, eventually, I was able to break out of this, thankfully, but I don't know what caused this to happen. If any of you happen to have an idea, please let me know. You guys have no idea just how terrified I was I'd have to restart the day in recording because of what I just experienced. I don't know what just happened there, but it scared the crap out of me. Yet another secret note. Let's see what this one says. Weapon enchantments are artful, allows you to do special moves more rapidly. Bug Killer, do more damage to bugs. Vampire, occasionally siphon health from a monster. Crusader, do more damage to unholy monsters. Haymaker, when cutting weeds you get more fiber, you also have a chance to collect hay. Tool enchantments, powerful, do more tool damage to stones, trees, and the like. Reaching, increases your charger capacity for a greater area of effect. Shaving, chance to peel off additional wood when chopping. Bottomless, watering can will never run dry. Generous, dig up more from beneath the earth. Gouge, greater chance to find artifacts. And bones, efficient, takes no energy to use. Swift, swing the tool faster. Master, increases fishing level. Auto hook, automatically hooks the fish when they bite. Preserving, bait and tackle have a 50% chance to not be consumed. So there you go. So there's a huge list of a bunch of the tool upgrades. It's not all of them because there's again like some for the pan and stuff. But there you go. I wanted to show that's actually really cool. Again, it's another thing that the game actually tells you in game, like kind of how its functions work. Funds for the day. Nothing great. I think that's the only thing we sold was one aged Crimson Fish roe. Not that great. Okay, so now we have the flower dance, which, as I said, is going to be a little bit different since this time we'll hopefully actually be able to participate. But since it's, of course, a festival, we're not really able to do much of anything outside of the festival. Also, it's kind of cool. You can actually now get a really good look at our TV, like how the animations look and stuff, thanks to it being a flat screen. But yeah, so I guess we'll probably just work more on the house and stuff around the farm. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later today at the festival. Almost made literally the most time possible out of that because keep in mind, as you may have seen me check there in the footage, I checked the festival ends at 2 and we got here at 1:40, so we pretty much made the most out of this day, despite us having to lose ounce of it. So yeah, a lot of these items here are actually stuff you cannot get via the what's it called? The furniture catalog, despite it like claiming to have almost all the furniture in the game. One of the things we're going to buy is the Tub of Flowers recipe, because it's a recipe and eventually we need to craft all those. And I'm going to be buying the Rare Crow for 2,500. Some of the other stuff in here you can buy, or get in the, I think these things here you can get in the, whatever it's called, I can't think of the name right now for some reason, the catalog. But yeah, all these things up here you can't. I really don't want any of them, but it is worth noting that I think this is the only way to get them. Yeah, so you can see that the festival looks a little different this year. Hey, these waters be teeming with big fish. Shame I didn't bring me rod. Isn't that what you said last year, though? Spend some time pondering the hardships of life. It can put things into perspective. Only dancing in front of the whole town in an ill-fitting suit doesn't seem so bad. Also, is my bird just landing on my head? It can be a little nerve-wracking to ask someone to dance with you. Yeah, but I'm married, so... I mean, she could still... I guess it's still kind of nerve-wracking, but... Try the dandelion salad. I prepared it fresh here. Oh, you mean like you made it here while we're all here? The red jelly wafted in the wind looks like it's dancing. Gatherings like this give a sense of identity to community, or as my wife says, it makes the town lively. Do you ever wonder, why do we find flowers beautiful? Jody and I have a daughter, maybe, wait, if I have a daughter, maybe we'll name her after a flower. Oh, imagine you guys had a daughter, that'd be so sweet. I thought I saw something moving across the water. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on it. I asked my husband to dance, but he doesn't really know how to. Is that what you're about to say? I have special earrings I only wear once a year for this event. Is that the smell of flowers, or is it Caroline's perfume? Okay, so you can see everyone's kind of in a different area this year. As I mentioned, this is a thing that's new to this update as well. The key to dancing is to have confidence. I'm sure it's definitely part of it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, hi, I'm a little busy. You're a lot sweeter this year to me compared to last. If there's a flower queen, there must be a flower king. Yeah, you're gonna be the flower king, dude. Am I doing it right? Yeah, you're doing it just fine. The Otis open field is perfect for grazing land for livestock, wouldn't you agree? No, it's for us, but technically we're animals too. Combine and clean shirts, this one has to do. Hi, Linus. Do you have a successful salmonberry harvest? Big enough to make sweet and tangy jelly. I brought some today, everyone tastes. I actually didn't, but that's kind of cool. I could imagine us moving to a spot like this someday. Wait, what? I'd enjoy this get-together more if it wasn't for allergies. I'll just have to suck it up. What do you mean us move here? What do you mean by that? I guess when maybe we retire? Flowers more like bumblebee magnets. Can't smell much anyway. Yeah, it happens to get older, or you have COVID. I used to visit this spot when I was younger. It hasn't changed much over the years. Yeah, we actually can't get over here unless this festival's going on, so... I guess she clicked out of bounds or something. Oh, hey, this year, I'm giving my sister competition for the Flower Queen title. I'm working on my choreography. No, I'm not gonna ask Emily to dance. Yeah, you can still ask them to dance even if they're not married to you. I think they can even say yes. I'm not entirely sure, though. Oh, everyone's partnered up, and here I am alone once again. Oh, well, I'll just drown my sorrows with some of that sweet and tangy jelly. To dance among the whimsical backdoor flowers is an uplifting experience. No, I'm not gonna ask you. I'm not gonna ask you to dance. I really feel connected with nature this far away from town. They should make the seniors. They should make the seniors dance there. I bet they'd love it. I don't think they would. I didn't come here by choice. That's all I have to say. Okay. So I believe that's everyone. So let's go over and ask if our dear wife will dance with us. Hello. Ask Patty to dance part. I accept. Thanks for going along with the formalities, dear. Oh. Oh, is it like the formalities I'm willing to dance, or that we're dancing together? Good afternoon, Ryan. The weather for today's festivities couldn't be more perfect. I'm talking to you ready for the ceremony to begin. We are ready for the ceremony again, and this year we actually get to participate. Isn't that crazy? That's so exciting. Like last year, even though for some reason we didn't get dressed up, so we're in our awkward purple sneakers and orange sweater, but whatever. Also, suck it, Sam. You got kicked out. Anyway, I'll let you have the cutscene play. Similar to last year, there isn't much to the cutscene, but it's nice because we got to spend time with our wife. That was a fun time to go. We actually got to dance this year, and you know what? That's a victory. Again, nothing much else really happened. We got to buy a new recipe, and we have a new type of scarecrow, a rare crow. So how many scarecrows is... You've scared 3? Okay, I mean, it's not bad. But yeah, now we have another rare crow to add. I guess I'll just put it down here for now. We'll eventually put it in an actual proper place. So I think that is our 3rd or 4th rare crow, I believe, which is not bad. So yeah, for the rest of the day, I am going to work probably more on our house, making it look a little prettier, making things kind of fall in line. So yeah, I guess I'll get to that, and I'll see you guys tonight when we see our funds. I'd like to talk about the famous Adventurers Guild from near Pelican Town. The guild leader, Marlin, has a nice rewards program for everyone brave enough to slay monsters in local caves. Adventurers will receive powerful items in exchange for slaying large quantities of monsters. And poster on the wall, more details. Very cool. Oh, man, it's a mouthful, and it's all for tips that I've already given you and stuff you should probably already know by now. So I was about to head to Pierre's, which we're going to go to, but I actually remembered I'm going to craft something called a treasure totem. If you recall, this is one of the things we had for maxing out our mastery. Earlier on. It requires 5 hardwood, 1 mystic sap, and 10 moss. Definitely not cheap, especially mystic syrup being the most expensive thing there. But I'm actually going to craft one here. We also need 5 hardwood and then some moss. Just grab all that. There we go. And bam, treasure totem. Now keep in mind, we do have to craft one of everything anyway, so in case you think this may be a waste, there's a reason to grab it anyway. But don't worry, we'll see what it's going to do later today. You can see I brought a bunch of gold crops. I don't remember how many of these actually will count for the request, but I just wanted to bring a bunch anyway, and we'll kind of just drop off whatever we can. Nothing else going on today, so we're probably going to head to the island, but I do want to come here and drop these off. You're going to see it's over here where the gold question mark is, and we're just going to drop in... Oh, okay, well that works. I probably should have put the... Oh, you can? Okay, you can swap things around. So I think when it comes to straight up value, 456, so yeah, we're definitely going to put that in, and 684. So yeah, we're going to put the parsnips in, we're going to put the carrots in, and then we'll just put in as many green beans as needed. There we go. So we got to keep all of our most valuable items in there, which is nice, or as many valuable items as we could. So we're completing that quest, we get 2,500 gold, not bad. Let's head up here. I think that's about probably what we would have earned. Yeah, we're going to buy a decent surplus of potatoes, probably around like, you know, let's get 30. 30 should be decent. I'm just doing that mostly for our girl Pam, if you recall, she had that request. I could buy some, like, wheat, rice, oil, and vinegar and stuff, because we need that for for cooking. But I think we can wait for now. I'm going to buy the dehydrator recipe, because at this point, I'm just going to start buying recipes that I think are, like, decently priced, just so I can start collecting all the recipes in the game, and I won't have to look around for them later when it's, like, really required. Okay, so we got our potatoes. Now, there is another place we're going to go to before we head to the island. We're actually going to go to the desert. Now, it's very odd for us to go to the desert and have it not be for a Skull Cavern run. And believe it or not, it's not for a Skull Cavern run. Oh, what the frick? Wait, what? Wait, I'm off duty today, kid. You'll have to drive yourself. Okay, maybe it's her... It's not a birthday, so maybe it's her exam day or whatever. I thought this only happened on the day with the calico eggs, like the actual festival. I didn't know she actually would do this on other days too. Whatever. So yeah, I'm also breeding daffodils. You see, I just harvested some there. Because I want to give that to Sandy, since we need to be befriending her anyway, and I've admittedly been kind of behind on that. Yeah, so we're going to come over and talk to her, see if she is going to be happy with that. But also, yeah, we're coming here to actually buy something as well. Here, take this. Oh, wow, nothing says spring, like Stardew Valley daffodil. Oh, you have special dialogue. I think I can trust you. You can keep a secret, right? That guy in the back, it's some kind of exclusive club. I've never been inside myself, but they pay me a generous monthly rent, so I don't ask any questions. That doesn't seem like a good idea. So, how's that Stardew Valley weather right now? Pretty sunny out. Probably not as sunny as it is here. But yeah, we've been here before, and we actually checked some of the stuff she has. She has some cool things here, some furniture and outfits you can only get here, I believe. But the things we really want are these seeds. So she has cactus seeds, can only be grown indoors, takes 12 days to mature, and then produces fruit every 3 days. Not really interested in that right now. Rhubarb, however, is pretty interesting. Plant these in spring, takes 13 days to mature. We are going to buy around 30, you know, we're going to buy 40 rhubarbs. There's starfruit, we'll get back to that. Beets. Now, we have to, of course, grow these in fall, but if you recall, since we have our island, we don't need to wait till fall. We can just buy a bunch of them. And now starfruit. Starfruit is very expensive, being 400 gold per seed. Due to this, we are only going to be buying 25. That's still a decent amount to get us started, but starfruit's going to be the main source of money we're going to be using on the island eventually. Most of our things we're going to be growing there is starfruit, just due to how its value is there. But yeah, I wanted to grab a bunch of those seeds, because all 3 of those seeds, I believe you can only get in Sandy's shop there. Of course, once you've grown them once, you can always save a few for your seed maker, but you cannot buy them from Pierre, so you do want to keep that in mind. So now that we've bought all our seeds, it's time for us to head to the island, so I'm just going to cut ahead until we're there. Your loyal host has been waiting patiently. Thank you, my friend. So I'll see you guys over there. Before we head in, had a ticket, which is good, because that gives us another iridium sprinkler for free. We already know how valuable those are, so it's nice to get one of those for free. So just to answer a question I foresee some of you guys having, why did I bring my golden scythe? Well, I actually brought that for a good reason. Also, hello there, Gold Walnut. It's that way we can have a scythe here, just in case I don't bring my iridium with me, because it should be able to help with things that can only be harvested with the scythe. So I just wanted to have that here so that way we were ready with it. We have wheat. I don't think, have I sold 15 wheat yet? Is that why I planted what I had here? Let me see. Where is wheat? Where the frick is wheat actually at? Here it is. 2. Okay, yeah, so we need to sell this wheat. Okay, of course, we'll be able to grow more during the fall, but, you know, that isn't here yet. So you can see we have a bunch more areas now for us to be planting stuff. Of course, we got an extra iridium sprinkler, so I'll set that up while we're here today. But for the most part, I want to start getting things planted. So the main 2 I really want to get started is I'm going to start our potatoes, because we need that for our quest. We have some already at home to start, but we need to be growing some, because part of the request is to grow them and then harvest them while the quest is active. So we have to grow more anyway. That's fine. It just is going to take a little bit. I don't know if I definitely didn't leave stuff for iridium sprinklers, did I? Which kind of sucks. Is that? No, that's one too far. But yeah, what you're going to see is we're going to be trying to plant then some of our other things outside of course, just, wait, is that too far? No, it's just perspective was really weird, okay. But yeah, we're definitely going to be trying to set things up here the best we can, because, of course, we're not going to be able to get things perfect or by any means, especially since we don't have everything here. But yeah, I want to plant all of our potatoes, which we have 6 more. We're definitely not going to be able to plant much of our stuff, but I want to plant our beets here. I'm just going to plant, like, you know, let's plant up to, you know, I'll just plant all our beets, and then we'll keep the seeds here, and next time we come, I'll try to remember to, oh, wait, these ones aren't going to get watered. Okay, well, it's going to rain tomorrow, so we just got to come back here tomorrow, which is fine. We don't really need an excuse to come back here, it's just now we have one. Okay, that's fine, so we have some of our stuff growing. That does suck, though, that I forgot to, I'm just stupid. Okay, so I'm just going to put those things in there, and we'll come back here and work on that later. We're going to grab our taro roots, because I believe we can actually harvest them, I think, right? Oh, can we not? Are they not done yet? Oh, wow, I really thought these things were done by now. Okay, well, never mind. Well, I'll plant them, I guess, the extras I have. I think we can actually plant them here, and they should still technically be watered. Yeah. I don't remember how far out they can go where they still count as watered, but it's at least 2 out, so that works for us for now. But yeah, I think after this, I'm going to kind of just go around, clear out this area a little bit. Probably head over to our favorite place, the volcano again, just start working over there, but we'll definitely take a pit stop or 2 along the way, because there's some stuff I want to show you guys. So I'll see you guys at our first pit stop. Okay, so one of the pit stop I'm actually going to make here is over here at our quarry, and I can see we've already cleared most of it out. It hasn't been long enough for really much to refill, and we do need to be coming back here, because some of the stuff we need, oh, it's nice we got that, is going, I got 2. We need is going to be things like the skull and bones and stuff, which we need to give to the archaeologist, and we know that gives us some pretty good amounts of our favorite, gold walnuts. But if you come here now with the new addition, oh my goodness, we just got so much crap. Okay, we got a diamond, small crystals for decoration, which we can get more of anytime, iridium, omnigeode, we even got a fish, blue discus. Yeah, we don't really want that. Again, this is why I want to get a different enchant other than fisher. Oh, and it stayed, that's nice. But there's a lot of crap. Oh my goodness, now that's even more crap. Holy moly. Unfortunately, none of it was really stuff I was specifically after, but hey. Oh my goodness, there's up here. Distractions aside, though, we're going to be trying something new here. So we're going to clear out... Oh my goodness, why does stuff just keep appearing? I thought they only appeared in the same spot, or is this... Yeah, it just keeps appearing. Is this... Am I tripping, or is this just really lucky? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I think it ended finally, whatever that was. But yeah, unfortunately, that stuff is really what I wanted to come here for. But I came here with a treasure totem. If you come here with a treasure totem... Oh, nice. Jack be nimble, Jack be thick. One of my favorite books, as I mentioned on multiple occasions. Another painting spot. But yeah, if you come over here with the... Okay, the game does not want me to talk about the treasure totem. Oh, that's one of the things we need. Fossilized tail. Nice. We can get that, yeah, from panning, so I'm glad we got that there, actually. But yeah, if we come here with our favorite, the treasure totem, and you activate it, you will spawn a ring of artifact spots. Now, it's not much, but in areas where you're really having to grind for specific things like RNG-based, this can be immensely helpful. For example, there are some items we can get here that I believe are... I think it's only in this area, maybe not. Maybe it's a different area, but that's fine, because I wanted to do it in different areas. But here you can actually potentially get stuff for this guy. I don't think we really got anything. We got a snake skull, so I guess you need that, we can get it here. But really the only thing we got that we absolutely needed was the fossilized tail, which we didn't even get from that. But yeah, we'll make another one for next time we come here, and we'll probably do it over near our farm, because I believe there's something that's unique to that area specifically. Okay, so let us give you this. So that means this guy's missing 2, so we're missing 4 bones in total. About 30 top range, one of the most pristine specimens of machine, thank you. So we can actually get a hint from this guy, by the way. I haven't talked to some of my notes. Tell me the snake spines are found in the western region of the island. So there's that. We may want to keep an eye on that then. So we know snake spines, which is one of the things we need, are going to appear on the west side. So we'll want to bring another treasure totem. We'll check down there. But I just wanted to... I forgot that for some reason you couldn't get them all in that one spot. But yeah, it's nice that we now have a bit of a guide kind of telling us where to go for these things. I think it's still worth it, though, because we got a bunch of other goodies along the way. So I'm fine with that. But for the rest of the day, we are just... Also, I think today was Pierre's birthday, but I think we're at max them anyway, so I'm not super concerned with that. But yeah, for the rest of the day, we're pretty much just going to chill out. Well, I say chill out, but we're going to try to get a little bit more done around here. Probably mostly just here, because I really have nowhere else to go around the farm anyway, so... Actually, wait, but my inventory's full. Do I really want to do a run-in there? And I really didn't come prepared. Ugh. What the frick? I didn't know enemies could spawn over here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that a new thing? Or is this bugged? Or is, like, this just actually a thing and I just never have seen it before? That's crazy. I did not know that was a thing. You know what? I'll just kind of cut until I'm at whatever I'm doing next. I'm just gonna figure out as I go, because it's gonna be worse if I'm just over here like, oh, I'm gonna, So, I'll see you guys at whatever the next topic of interest is. As I was heading back for the day, because I didn't have a warp totem, we have a cutscene. Marty, we can't. If word got out, it could undermine my position of authority in town. You understand, don't you? You care too much about your job, Lewis. There are other things in life, you know. But yes, I understand. I guess we'll have to keep us a secret. Hi. Gah! Ryan, you overheard everything, didn't you? Yes, we'll keep it a secret. Yes, I'm gonna tell everyone. I mean, I'll keep it a secret. Thank you, Ryan. I won't forget this. It's not like it's a big deal, dude. Why were you hiding there anyway? Yeah, why was I? I was just behind his truck? Oh, okay. I was going behind his house. That's a dead end. I went into the bushes? Where did my guy go? Okay, so now we had that cutscene, which is interesting because if you think about it, we have the fact that we found, remember, the Mayor's Lucky Purple Shorts in Marnie's bedroom, and now we have this cutscene that we just saw, so clearly there's an implication of something going on between the two of them. I'll leave it up to your interpretation as to what it is, or what specifically is going on. Also, yeah, I guess I never talked to you guys about that. Yeah, Krobus loves diamonds. I think he loves a lot of gems, too, not just diamonds. Yeah, I don't really want... Oh, the Wizard Catalog would be cool, but I'm in no rush for that in comparison. But yeah, kind of a cool cutscene just for us to get out of the blue. So our cactus fruit jelly is done, which means I'm going to turn that into the raccoon because he is hungry and he needs fruit. We already gave him the dried strawberries, so there we go. Another little bundle complete with a little thing there. Thanks, Bobo. Take this. What does that mean? Raccoon Journal. The raccoon shop has been expanded. You found a copy of Raccoon Journal. Weeds have a greater chance to yield mixed seeds. Not something that seems super important right now, but trust me, it's going to prove helpful later on. And of course, that is a permanent buff, which means it is going to appear here with all the rest of the books. Have tried to talk to him. Now we start a family. Okay, so now they have enough food to start a family, I guess, which is good. You can actually buy more Raccoon Journals for no real reason, as it just grants some foraging EXP for 999 fiber. I'm guessing the main reason is just if you want to give it to a friend who joined, because I think you actually can't get another one for free after you do the quest, though, again, correct me if I am wrong on that. But as you can see, I'm actually preparing tomorrow to potentially go, and before we actually go to the island, to go to Clint's, and have him open some stuff, because, well, you could tell we have a lot saved up, and we may get some goodies, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, for the rest of the day, I'm going to work all around the farm. And, yeah, see you guys, I guess, in the morning, or unless something comes up. See you guys in just a moment. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, starting this day off, my main concern is actually gonna be if the game crashes again by opening these artifact troves. For those of you who've seen an earlier episode, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm definitely a little concerned about that. Admittedly, I don't know if it's gonna crash. I don't know if it was a consistent thing, because after the first time it crashed, I just didn't feel like dealing with that. So we're going to be kind of experiencing that together, which is lovely. You can kind of see more of the house. I'll give a full house tour when the house is fully upgraded and everything's been fully furnished. For now, you'll just kind of get glances at it as I work on it. Not all of it I'll show, but I'll kind of probably explain a little bit what I'm working on now. Again, I don't really know fully what kind of design I'm going to go for and what look, but that's something I'll kind of get a feel for later on. But yeah, I don't really know how much I want to do here, but considering I have to wait till 9 anyway, I guess I'll just work on stuff until then. Yeah, I am concerned that it's a consistent crash. If it is, it's not the end of the world in the hopes that it gets patched, but assuming that most likely, I'm really hopeful it's just not a consistent crash, because that would just be, of course, the most convenient, but, you know, convenience isn't always exactly how things go. Yeah, so we have one quest done. Of course, we did Pierre's. Now everything else we're collecting for the season is going to be pretty much just saved up for cooking, which at this point, I'm more than convinced we have enough of, like, the most basic ingredients. But again, just to be safe, you know, it's... Sorry about that, something came up. It happens when you're in a house full of a bunch of people, and things happen, especially when you're up late at night, and they hear you talking to yourself in a room like a madman. Okay, so now that that's all been said and done, yeah, basically what I was just getting at was that I'm pretty confident with the amount of items we have in terms of for cooking, because I'm fairly confident in the amount of things we have. I'm saving up stuff even like truffles just to be safe. I mean, come on, I'm feeling pretty comfortable at this point. Now, I'm going to create 2 more treasure totems, because of course we're going to be going to the island today, and I know that's using all of our mystic syrup, but trust me, we're going to get more, and there's really nothing else I need to be using it for right now. I'm also going to grab a emerald, and I believe it's a ruby, so I think it was a topaz, and... What was it? I'm also going to grab a topaz, because I actually don't remember what the colors are. But I'm grabbing enough stuff for the birds, because by the end of the day, we may be able to get whatever our reward is for that, like for completing all of those. Okay, so those aren't done. Yeah, I guess it's just the animals, and then we'll head out. as I said, I am concerned with the fact that it could be a consistent crash, but I'm just really hoping it's not, because obviously having it crash and having to redo this and yada yada. Yeah, we'll also get to experience some new stuff, like opening 6 gold nuggets, what? Gold coconuts, which we haven't actually interacted with the gold coconuts up to this point, so it's kind of cool we finally get to see what those do. But yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, rabbit's been nice. Yeah, I'll see you guys over at the blacksmith in just a moment. Okay, Clint. Clint? Clint. Where did Clint go? Clint is supposed to be here. Clint never leaves. He doesn't have a life. Are you kidding me? There's no way. You're kidding me. This is a troll. This looks like something I'd set up, but I didn't. This is actually a troll. Is today his appointment? There's no way. There's no way. You're joking. You're literally joking. There's no way. There's actually no way. I don't care about Harvey's heart scene right now. I'm trying to find Clint. All right, I was just about to write you a letter. For what? I know, I'm trying to find Clint. Some records indicate that you're due for your annual checkup. I don't give a frick about annual checkups right now. No, there's no need to worry. I'll be quick and painless. Please follow me. No, dude, I need to find Clint. Also, my bird is clipping in the wall. I don't even think this is a heart scene, is it? I actually don't remember if this is a heart scene with Harvey. Okay, hold still, please. Say, ah. Okay, you can stop. Just need to check your vitals. Pulse high. I'm a little nervous about a breath from working on the farm. Are you really, doctor? My pulse is fine. I'm a little nervous. Oh, hospitals make you nervous, huh? Just try and relax. I'm here to help. I think most people are at least a little nervous in hospitals. Oh, then, you seem very healthy, Ryan. Just make sure not to overwork yourself on that farm. I'll do my best. I mean, I appreciate you. Oh, it's my bird landing on my head. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I appreciate it. Now, the frick is Clint in here? He's not! Where's Clint? Clint should not be here! I'm losing my mind. I have never, in all my years of playing... I don't want more cutscenes. This is the cutscene because we completed Pierre's request. Gaius, I have just the thing for you. I'm all ears. It's a amount of locally sourced organic heirloom veggies. They're hand-picked, sorted, and sure only the very finest in quality and taste. This is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of offer. That sounds pretty good. I could use some quality veggies from this loon. How much does it cost? Only mumble mumble. What was that? For a moment there, I thought I heard 25,000 gold. Did you really just try to get 25,000 gold for the items I gave you? That's right, it really is a bargain, isn't it? What the frick, Pierre? Pierre, you crazy? There's no way I could afford that. I'd have to sell the saloon. Wow. I overheard the price. That's outrageous. You should be ashamed. Man, I wonder why people don't like Pierre. Wait, how about 10,000 gold then? Pierre, you're a fricker. Come on, dude. It's a disaster, right? I thought this was a surefire business strategy. Turns out no one's willing to buy vegetables at 10 times price markup. Even if I put a little organic sticker on them. Oh my god. You wouldn't let me lose some? You should be as greedy. I'm offended that they didn't want my veggies. I know that you should be as greedy as what I'd want to say, but I know I'd lose friendship with points of them, and I really don't feel like befriending this fricker, so I'm just gonna say you win some, you lose some. Alright, can't run a business without taking some risk. Frickin' Pierre, dude. But alright, you look like you could really use a veggie dinner tonight. Why do you want to buy these back for the low price of 2,501 gold? You'd be making a 1 gold profit, dude. Oh my gosh. He's not here either? Dude, okay, this is actually... At first it was like, oh, ha, funny, he can't find Clint and he's freaking out. But I actually don't legitimately know where Clint is. Oh, wait, no, I do know where he is. This guy, he's gonna be up here in the community center, isn't he? Isn't he? He's gonna be up here in the community center in the boiler room. You better not. You better not. Clint, you have a business to run. You shouldn't be up here. Buy a computer, we can find a girlfriend on the internet. What do you talk about me being cool and... gosh, this guy. Clint! Oh, and Emily's... Of course he's in here! He knew Emily was coming in today. Okay, you know what? No. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to look up on the internet right now to see if he's going to go back to his store at any time today. I'll see you guys in just a moment. I don't even care if I'm being honest about it. Frick this guy. You guys are not going to believe this crap. He stays in that community center until 5 p.m. today and then goes to the bar to drink all day. This guy literally abandons his entire work just so he can go in there. And I mean, maybe it's part of his work. I don't care. But he didn't send me a notice. He didn't put anything on his, like, to know in advance. He just fricked us over so hard. So I guess that means we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to open half this crap, which is freaking frustrating because now my inventory's full of this junk, but I don't really want to go back because it's already getting late. Also, yeah, we just used 3 of our tickets. We had saved up fancy house plant, and what else did we get? Like 15 freaking bombs. Oh, that upset me so much. You guys have no idea. Have no idea how upset I am with Clint right now. Clint and Pierre already have like the worst reputation in this entire game, easily. And I can see why. Today alone has sold me on the idea of hatred in my heart for those two. Okay, so it's a rainy day. Yeah, I'm gonna look for the freaking bird first. So I think the only 2 areas we are missing them is one up here north, I believe. The north area. I don't think we found one in yet. And then, is it on our farm we're missing one? I'm not entirely sure. I think the bird usually would spawn up there, like where we're at night now, so I don't think it's on the north. Unfortunately, as I found out last time, you can get repeats, which is terrible, because obviously having to get repeats just sucks to waste time and whatnot. Oh, frick me, dude. I'm still upset about Clint. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be hung up on that, but man, it upsets me. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna look around, try to find the bird, and I'll see you guys when I finally find it, because this may take a moment or two. See you guys in just a moment. Hey, guess it finally was completed, our taro roots. This is the first harvest of these things we have gotten so far. Of course, not all of them are fully grown, but most of them are. You can see we got quite a few. Taro roots. You can see they're actually worth quite a bit. Of course, we're going to have to sell at least 15, so I'm going to sell the 13 normal ones and the 3 gold ones. And we'll keep the 5 silver ones, and we'll eventually use those probably for cooking stuff, so that's why I'm keeping them on me. I don't really have enough taro roots to fully replace what we've harvested, so I'm also just going to put some rice shoots in there to fill in the gaps to keep the area tilled that we've, tilled, I think is the right word. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. We got our first harvest of that. We're selling 15, which should be enough for that, which is good, and we'll save up the rest for some other stuff. Really nice. So here we have the other bird. You can see it's a red one, which drops a ruby. Now, you may be thinking, that is going to be 3 or 4, so we're almost done, right? Well, once you have at least 2, you should be able to complete it because, well, you'll know what the last gem is, and I believe it's an emerald. We put it there, or is it topaz? Topaz, okay, so it's a topaz, not an emerald. Good thing I grabbed both. Once you've done that, you will get 5 gold walnuts for your reward for completing that puzzle. Now, you may be confused because I kind of just sped through it. Basically once you have figured out at least where 2 of the birds are, you can pretty much just guess where the last 2 are at, because of course you can just swap them around. You could guess day 1, but I feel like it's kind of cheap for the sake of the series, and I really didn't want to do it that way. But yeah, that is kind of a cool way of being able to get a very fast amount of I almost freaking stumbled on my words more than I normally do. Very quick way of getting a few more gold walnuts, which we're going to try to save up for 20, because we're going to try to build this thing here. But now that we're over here, the guy said that he smelled, or whatever, that some snake spines may be over here. So let's try tilling up using our artifact totem. See if we can get anything good. I see fossilized ribs. That is not a good sign. Maybe I thought the wrong area. Oh, gold ammo cracker. Never mind, it was worth it. So yeah, I think we may have gone to the wrong area. I would guess I must have gotten confused, because yeah, these are, we just got 5 fossilized ribs. Not exactly what we're looking for. This is why I'm glad I have 2, because we can always come over here. So I believe he's talking about this area in retrospect. So let's come down here with our artifact trove, and bam. Okay, so hopefully with any luck, this will get us some of the stuff we're missing. Yes, it will! Snake vertebrae, and we already have enough, because we only need 2. Oh, look at that. And we got some snake skulls. You can actually get the snake skulls here? That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. But there we go. You can see we actually now are getting a bunch more resources. We have more mystery boxes, which is cool, I guess. But the main reason we did that was for the snake vertebrae. Of course, now we don't have any more of the mystic sap to make any more, but again, that'll passively get back on, because, you know, it's from the tappers or whatever. So let's go donate these 2, and we'll complete one of the last 2 models he has for us, because keep in mind it's the snake, and then it's whatever that big creature that looks kind of like a bear is supposed to be. Let's go over here. Donate to museum. Bam, bam. Look at that. And now we hear the little sound. The snake. Beautiful, these bones are exactly what I'm looking for. Now let me clean my magnifying glass. And when you look at that, with this donation, we've got another full set another set complete. We've got a little something waiting for you behind the counter when you're ready to take it. And for that, he will give us 2 items. 3 gold walnuts and a mango sapling. Something we already have and we've gotten lucky with. But if you haven't gotten lucky enough to find one, you can get one consistently via this. Now, with that being said, we have a hint we're going to take. Have you found any gold coconuts on the island? It's rumored that many interesting things could be found inside them. Well, yeah! I do actually have some gold coconuts on me, but guess what the problem is? The fricker who I live with refused... Like, sorry, I'm still upset about it. Okay, so yeah, with that being said, that's basically all I really wanted to get done today on the island. Since it was a rainy day and whatnot. Of course, I really wish we could have gotten other stuff, like, worked on... Oh, I dummy that. Other stuff worked on and done, but... Obviously, that's not the way the cards fell. And tomorrow is the, I think, no, so 28th is last day. So we're approaching the last little bit of time of our month end of this episode in turn. So I guess what it's going to come down to for now is, I guess maybe we'll just head back to the farm and work on stuff there. I'm actually going to plant this mango sapling here because you can actually plant it on this island as well. I'm just going to plant it like somewhere down here if I can. Can I plant it over where like this natural tree would be? Can I just, like, place it there? Oh, I can't. It says green, but it's not letting me plant it, which sucks. Does it have to be on the actual land that I can use for other stuff? Because that sucks. Wait a minute. Maybe I can plant it up here. Give me a sec. Really? I cannot plant it here? That seems kind of stupid, but okay. Whatever you say, game. You know, you make your own rules, I guess. I guess I'll place it over here. It's kind of in its weird little area anyway, and I feel like that, at least... It's unlikely I'm going to put anything of extreme value there. Also, forgot to bring stuff for the iridium sprinkler, but that's fine. Whatever. So yeah, now that all said and done, I guess I'm just going to kind of probably head back to the farm, actually. I really don't have anything else to do here today. Thanks to Clint. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys back at home if I have anything to say. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So either way, see you guys in just a moment. Here are our funds for the day. Decent money. Taro roots are actually worth a fair amount. Nothing that's stand home, or what did I just say? Nothing that stands out in particular, but it adds up. Goat cheese is still definitely most profitable of the farming stuff. Aged Legend Row, almost getting 10,000 gold even with just one is absolutely amazing. And now we approach the end of Spring Year 2, and for the most part, it's been going okay. Now, thankfully, Clint's absence yesterday shouldn't be repeated today. From what I saw on the goddamn Stardew Wiki itself, it seems like that only happens on Fridays after the community center has been filled. If you ask me, kind of dumb, but you know what? Whatever. I didn't make the game, and I'm not going to pretend like I actually know anything better than the people who do make these games. Wonder if Maru and Dr. Harvey will ever get together. I'm sure Harvey likes her. I think Maru will have to make the first move, though. Yeah. I mean, you know. It's kind of interesting how actually... I mean, it makes sense because Penny's like supposed to be really close with Maru, but it's kind of interesting. But yeah. So that all being said and done, yeah, we're going to work on... Probably, hopefully, all things considered, unless he's closed again today. Dear Ron, I guess people didn't take to Pierre's Prime Produce, I'd hope. Anyways, here's my old mini shipping bin. Next time you get your hands on some produce worthy of Pierre's Prime luxury brand, maybe you could ship them my way. So yes, this is the mini shipping bin. This is really cool because it's actually a portable, well, shipping bin. Now, it is worth noting that it works a little bit differently. So, for example, let's say I want to sell this one sturgeon roe. You can put it in, and you can just take it out. You can see you only store a few things in there. And you cannot move it when something's in there. So you can't use it like an ender chest in Minecraft where you place it down, put stuff in, and then break it, and you'd have those things just essentially like in this like movable state. It's something you have to place and then keep it in that spot for it to count. Now, no matter where you place it, I believe so long as it's not in a mine or anything like that, of course, you'll get the money from it from Mayor Lewis when he comes to pick it up and whatnot. So it is a good item to have, since you can put it in spots where you commonly are... Because, for example, yeah, you can build more shipping bins here on your farm, but I could place it somewhere else. For example, if I put kegs in the quarry, for example, later on in the game, it may be nice to have the option of having the shipping bin up there as well, just so that way I can have, like, you know, it be closer. It's not anything that's groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination, but it is nice to have, and it's something that we'll find a use for, so I'm happy with that. Do have a gold animal cracker, so we're going to give that to probably one of our cows, just because, quite frankly, having an auto grabber there makes it pretty much worth it, probably. Yeah, okay, so this is still not growing. We are almost fully done with our greenhouse in terms of ancient fruit, which is nice. Again, I would give you guys, more of you guys, some animal crackers, but I'm going to save you guys for later once we get an auto grabber, because that will make our day significantly, well, not significantly, but definitely it'll make it less annoying. How about that? So yeah, I guess I'll just give it to... Can't give it to our pig. We already gave one to both of our goats, I believe. So let's instead just give it to you. We'll give it to Ginley. So there we go. So more milk coming in. Makes we're getting more money, which is nice. But yeah, I think... I guess I'll grab stuff for the sprinklers again, because I actually want to make sure I'm doing that over at... But other than that, I think it's time for us to head back to the island again. We have more stuff to do. So I guess I'll see you guys over there unless something comes up. See you in just a moment. Hey, look who decided to finally do his job! Now, that we're here, before we get into details, we gotta get this out of the way. Does this consistently crash the game? Well, that's a good sign that it didn't, but that doesn't say much. So we got a rusty cog, nothing great. Treasure chest! That is funny that we got that, because that's a rare item, and a rare chance to even get from this, but it's not really something we're looking for. Anchor, we have more than enough of those. That is something we do not have. That is a arrowhead. Cool, something new. I think that's also new. It's a chewing... Oh, no, okay, we got that before. Chewing stick. We haven't seen too many of them, though. Another rusty cog. What else we got in here? Ooh, that is definitely new. That is a golden relic. Really cool. Dwarvish helmet. We've seen that before. The other golden tablet. We just saw that today. And another dwarvish helmet. Okay, that's fine. Now, we got into our mystery boxes, and I'll be honest... At this point, the normal mystery boxes are not that exciting. There's not too much that's going to be super rare for us to get. The best things we're going to find are going to be cooked meals and bombs. That's kind of cool. We got a sturdy rain, I guess. What's this? I think it cuts the duration of negative status effects in half, but at that point, I might just cook something else. So yeah, the best stuff we're going to get from these normal mystery boxes are probably going to be food items, bombs, and maybe some materials, I guess. Yeah, like hardwood. I mean, I'll take that. But for the most part, the normal mystery boxes are... fairly mundane, to say the least. And as you can see, we're probably going to need to make a trip back just to drop off the stuff that we currently have on us. Oh, it's a pearl. That's nice, actually. That's kind of another rare thing. And 8 potato seeds, even though I went and bought some. I guess to start out, we'll come over here and we'll just donate the things we had got from our artifact spots to Gunther. Hello, Gunther. I have a few different items for you. Don't have too much, though. And again, I promise you I'll go through this at some point as well. And make our museum actually look a little bit nicer, but right now it's not the biggest concern in the world. Put all that stuff in there, and we're guaranteed to get a new reward when we put that skull in, because it's going to give us the Slot Skull L. I believe the magic rock candy is actually just because, ironically enough, we hit the next, like, mark of sorts. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of cool. I already mentioned how valuable those are, even though we haven't used it once right now. It's nice to have those saved up and ready to go in the future. So I'm just going to throw away a bunch of these artifacts that we don't need in the starter ring, because I quite frankly don't need it. And I'd rather just get a little bit of extra cash in our palms. Now, we've actually cleared up a decent chunk of inventory, so I guess we'll just go back and we'll do more mystery boxes. Now, the gold ones are a little bit more valuable for us to open. One, because we haven't opened as many of them. And two, because, yeah, they can have stuff that aren't, like, super spectacular, like food items. Like, they're still good, don't get me wrong. But it just has more high-tier valuable items as well. That is one of the worst items we can get. We really do not want quality sprinklers. We'll take Deluxe Speed Grow, though. Quality sprinkler, yeah, we do not want more of those. Please stop. Because even though we can sell them for money, sell them for money, they're really not worth much. And we'd rather be getting things like, again, items that are usually expensive to make. Things like that are nice. We get a peach sapling. But yeah, those are okay items. I'm just going to throw away the quality sprinklers. We'll get 540 gold, which isn't terrible. I actually think that we may grow this peach sapling over at the island as well. Anyway, so we have 6 of these golden coconuts. I'm actually going to head back to the farm and drop our items off. So I'll see you guys back over here once I've cleared our inventory, because I actually want to do that so that way we don't have to take a break in the middle of getting all this like good loot and exciting, well, hopefully good loot, I suppose. See you guys in just a moment. Okay, so now with an inventory that's been mostly cleared, it's time for us to open some golden coconuts. There's some items we're really after, and some that we'd take that would also be good. That is one of them, a gold walnut. Definitely take that. Mango sapling, not quite what we're after, but we'll take what we get. 5 iridium ore, one of the worst things we could get, honestly, at this point. That is something we're really excited for. That is a banana sapling, which is really cool. 5 iridium ore, no. Okay, there's one thing we really need, please. Yes, there it is! Yes, that's the fossilized skull on the last one, too! It's where our hint came from, and you can see it was well worth it because we got one of the last things we needed. Oh, that's so exciting. And we got the, that's so good. That's so good. That's so good. I'm so happy with that. Okay, so we're going to head back to the farm. I'm going to plant the banana sapling in our greenhouse so that gets growing as fast as possible. We have another mango sapling I could go plant over at the farm, or I could just sell. I'm thinking for now I'm just going to put it in our saplings chest because I really don't know what I want to do with it. And I don't want to accidentally put it somewhere that I, would have to... I mean, I guess if I tear it down later, it's not the biggest deal, but... Same with the peach sapling. Actually, no, I'll keep the peach sapling on me. I may plant that over at the island as well, just because... I don't know for sure if I actually planted one in here or not, so... and I can't really tell because everything's still taking... I think I did, though. But yeah, I'm just going to go over here. Look at that. So I think that should... Wait, no, that's not going to grow, is it? I don't think it's going to grow. Hold up. Let me plant it just across from this one, like across from the pomegranate one. There we go. And that should do. Nice. Okay, so now after that, I'm going to... head to the island, of course, and I'm going to just use a warp totem to the beach because I am lazy and I want to make the most out of our limited time here. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. That was stupid. Oh, we got so lucky, and I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite parts of the island, is being able to get some of these pieces, so I'm really glad we got that there. I think generations have come and gone, this little bone lay hidden beneath the soil, now it's mine. Now we just have one more fossil we're missing. Can you give us a hint for it? Is it the same? You know, there's some great fishing on this island. From what I know, many of the fish here enjoy nibbling on ancient bones. Okay. Well, I guess that means we need to fish, but... what are we looking for? Is it like a bone, I guess? Like a bone, of course it is, like a spine. Yeah, so I actually brought a duck feather because I believe, if I remember correctly, Leo actually loves these, which is why I've been saving them up. I forgot to start breeding them, but today I actually remembered to. So I'm going to breed that to him, and I guess after that we'll fish and try to get that, that rib. So let's get to that. So yeah, heading up here, we can give this to him. I love this. I'm going to put it in my nest. Really cool. I'm sad today. I guess it makes sense because he likes birds that he'd want, like, the bird feather. Are you still going to give me the same hint, by the way? Hidden in the pages of the journal. Oh, okay, so I think that's actually going to be more so for, like, the treasure ruins, which we haven't had one in a while, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, so that being said and done, I guess, yeah, now I'm going to try to find some of the other parts of the skeletons. I'll see you guys in just a moment. On only the second cast, we got the fossil piece we were looking for. RNG is smiling on me at this moment, and I will take the wins where I can get them. Oh, that's so exciting that we got that. Okay, so with that being said, we'll come in here and we have our last fossil to donate. So yeah, whatever this creature is, I guess it looks like a bear. There it is. To think generations have come and gone, this little bone lay hidden beneath the soil, now it's mine. We look at that, with this donation, we've got another full set. Please go, got a little something away from you behind the counter when you're ready for it. And now, after all that, once we have all the bones collected, we have a cutscene. Where we can revel in our accomplishments. Wow, look how far we've come. The collection looks fantastic. It's all thanks to you, Ryan. Here is your way of saying thanks. I want to teach you something. You learn how to craft an ostrich incubator. Interesting. Your special item, raise ostriches back home. Just place the incubator in barn, place an ostrich egg inside, and wait. Getting your hands on ostrich eggs is a different story, though. I'll leave that to you. Something to look forward to, I guess. Well, now the real work begins. I'll be studying these bones for years to come. Farewell, Ryan. And with that, we've helped all we can. Time to collect our last rewards. We'll get a banana sapling, which we got another one, which is good. We have 2. We'll take them. And 6 gold walnuts, leaving us to a total of 25. Really exciting. Now, one thing I will say is the fossilized spine can only be found, I believe, in fishing in the quarry area we were just at. So where I was fishing, that's where I'd recommend fishing if you're also trying to find the spine. You can also look it up, as I believe all the bone locations are in set locations in terms of where you can find them. So if you are struggling to find a specific thing or a specific piece, consider looking up on the Stardew Valley wiki to see specifically where things can be and whatnot. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to plant a banana sapling here as well. This will just ensure that we have as much coverage of things like bananas and whatnot later. Oh, more taro roots are done. Good. But now that we have a total of 25, that means we have enough to complete the 21 that we saw earlier. Please say this is like something really good. Okay, it's like, imagine that was one of the items we were looking for, like the skull or something. Though I think you can only get the skull via the gold coconut, so whatever. But yeah, so now that we have that, we can actually probably get that 21 done, which is going to be amazing. It's going to open up so much stuff, you guys have no idea. But yeah, I'm going to replant, and then I'll see you guys over there where we can rebuild the whatever that structure is for 20 of our 25 gold walnuts. See you guys over there in just a uno momento. Okay, it's been a long time coming, but it's time to purchase, or I guess have the birds built for us. 21 on track, build a resort. Now, name alone may seem really random. Build a resort. What is this going to do for us, and what exactly is it? Well, it is actually exactly as it sounds. It is a legitimate resort. Also, I just saw that artifact spot that got buried by... Oh, it's actually still there. Nice. That's a little glitched out because that's not supposed to happen, but that's fine. But yeah, it's actually a bit of a resort, as you can see here. There's really nothing much to interact with. You can sit in some of the chairs and stuff, but there doesn't seem to be a chair. The beach resort is open. Temporarily close it down for tomorrow? No. Now, I'll get to this probably when the first time it really makes, like, a major amount of sense. But this does allow for something new to affect the entirety of the valley, which I'll get to when it happens. Now, the main reason we did this wasn't for any of this stuff here. It's because once you have built this, over to the right, this rubble that was here is now gone, allowing access to a whole new part of the island that we couldn't before. Now that we're over here, we're going to get a guaranteed gold walnut by fishing in this little 1x1 pond here, as you can see. I believe you can't really fish anything else there, and if you can, it must be something like trash, because I did not mean to water that. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything really there. But as you can see, it seems like there's a bit of a weird area over here. You can see there's actually a mermaid over there. One that seems to be from the mermaid song, which is actually really interesting. And if you stand here for a little bit, you can kind of get a good view of her. It's kind of hard to see when it's raining, though. But you can actually also see there is a secret cave here that you can have access to using this like wooden plank here. But we'll go over there in just a second because I really want to take effect at... you can see there's also like a musical note thing here, so potentially there's a puzzle here we'll have to get back to. Maybe we'll come back to this in a later episode, or even maybe tomorrow, depending on kind of what's going to be available. Now, the main reason I want to access there is because it allows access to different spots for golden walnuts, but also because what this little cave here actually will happen to. Now, we can't really do anything with this cave at this very moment, it would seem. If you go in there, you could see a little bit of some stuff. But if we wait just a little bit of time, something's going to happen. So I'm going to wait just a few minutes, and I'll see you guys once our time of waiting is done. Okay, so I actually double-checked just to make sure, and apparently the thing that I was waiting for actually can't happen on rainy days. So it's not going to happen tonight. But if we come in here, we're going to see that it actually appears to be that people were living here at some point, as you can find items that, you know, clearly don't naturally belong here. But the main reason to come in here right now, if it's not, since it's raining, of course, is you can fish here. Now, of course, it doesn't seem to necessarily be anything special about it. Of course, we just got a broken CD. But there is a reason to come here. There is a fish exclusive to this cave spot. So if you were trying to get all the fish, you'll need to come in here. Otherwise, you have no real reason to come in here to get this last fish. Because, I mean, of course, you don't really need to get all of them. But, of course, for the sake of doing everything and showing everything, we gotta catch all the fish. I think this may be it. There it is. The stingray. Really cool looking fish, and you can see we got an achievement, and that one achievement is a sign of how far we've come. Master Angler, catch every fish, and indeed, it is right. We have now officially caught every single fish in the game Stardew Valley. Of course, you guys know the name of the game we're playing right now, but yeah, there we go. So you can see, really cool, today we actually got every single fish in the game. Super exciting, and now we have a stingray, which is worth 405 gold. You can continue to fish here if you want, but I think I'll pass for the rest of the day. May come back here in the future, should it, you know, be something I want to do. Over there, you can find a spot with a gold walnut there. You can see it's like one little spot you can till, getting us yet another one. And now that we have done that, you may be wondering, okay, so was that all there is to it? Well, as I mentioned, now we have access to a new puzzle, we got a new fish, and we have a new cave area. So it may not seem like much, but trust me, it opens up more opportunities for more gold walnuts. It should hopefully speaking too fast, hopefully expedite the process of getting the remainder. Oh my gosh, I suck. I should not be recording at almost 1 in the morning. It should expedite the process of hopefully getting the remaining gold walnuts. So for example, we need 10 for whatever that is. And of course we need 5 and some other stuff near our house. But we'll get to that all in good due time. Now, the day is almost over. And of course, we are at the net end of the season. Which means tomorrow's our last day of the episode. So I'm going to, because I know this episode's already dragging on, make tomorrow more of one that's probably sped up for the most part. I'm just going to throw a bunch of items in here to sell. I'm going to put some stuff away, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I guess maybe I'll see you guys tonight, actually, so you can see the funds we made. But either that, I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll get to the last day of our second spring. See you guys in just a second. Our peach tree wasn't able to grow, which I think is the one on our island, actually, but because that's the one I planted yesterday, but still we'll get to that in due time. Okay, final day of our second spree. How exciting how far we've come, huh? And, you know, still a lot more to, of course, do, but it's just exciting because we're unlocking more stuff. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, I actually don't know if I talked about this. The reason I have the kegs in here and I have the coffee beans is so we can start making coffee. Oh, very good luck. That's nice. That's going to help later on, especially when we get something... a recipe to combine them into something else. Lucky lunch! An old legend has it that this meal is irresistible to the spirits of luck and fortune. After consuming it, you're likely to attract good spirit into your belly, where it will bless you with good fortune until the meal's digested. Sounds weird, huh? Can't I believe it, but the meal is delicious nonetheless. Learn how to make a lucky lunch, and that's a really good item, as you know at this point, probably, so... It's actually nice that we have the recipe for that. We actually have a lot of the recipes. We only have a few more to get, of course, in terms of crafting them. We have so much more to do, but... Again, we'll get to that kind of all in due time. Okay, so I guess we're going to start the day off, and let's get to it. Well, before we get to much else, I kind of forgot about this. Dear Ryan, your angling skills surpass even my old pappies. I'm impressed. The Stardew been passed down from Willie Sr. to Willie Jr. for, oh heck, probably 1,000 years. Since I don't have any kids, I want you to have it. Willie. Willie will send you in the mail after gathering every single one of the... the bird's in the way. After gathering every single fish in the game, Willie will send you a star drop in the mail, accommodating you for your, well, accomplishment. You found a star drop, your mind is filled with thoughts of family. Max energy level has increased. It's been a while since we've seen that message, and it did increase our energy. It may be weird, because energy hasn't really seemed like the biggest deal probably in quite a while, but trust me, it's still nice to get those upgrades when we can. Well, I guess it's time to talk about it, because clearly there's some stuff going on. Once you have opened the resort, and the reason that you saw that option is because villagers will actually be able to come to Ginger Island to hang out. Check out those gnarly waves. Guess what? I'm going to save up for a surfboard. It really just allows you to see them in their bathing suit, for those of you who want to do that. We're so far removed from civilization out here, it's so interesting seeing Mario without our glasses, but as someone who wears glasses, I can tell you it's definitely always jarring when you can see someone without them who normally wear them. Imagine the stars you can see at night. But yeah, it's really cool, you can kind of see everyone here is hanging out. Hey Ryan, do you think you could build a raft? Probably not, I'm not that skilled. The view is breathtaking, deep blue as far as the eye can see. But yeah, the villagers will actually come here. Now, of course, you can close it down at any time you want, so that way they won't actually come over here. But it is really cool that you can do this for multiple reasons. But the major one in this case is just because it allows you to kind of get some new dialogue. And, oh, you guys are, some of you leaving? I guess it is 2 p.m. I don't know, you guys are just resituating yourself. But yeah, you can kind of see, I think pretty much everyone can come here to my knowledge, so maybe we'll see some of our familiar faces over here. Which is really cool. Okay, so now that we have done that, I'm going to, I think, head over to the farm and work a little bit over there. I need to remove the peach tree since it didn't grow. Oh, you're actually playing a little tune. That's cool. Maybe you should learn to play the ukulele. Is that what you're playing right now? Or is that just the guitar? I guess that's just a guitar, but I'm so unmusically inclined that I don't even know the name of that tool or instrument. Tool, what the frick's wrong with me? Instrument. So, if we come over here on a day that isn't raining, you may hear the music in the background a little different. You may see a light coming from the cave. Well, we can see that there are some inhabitants now in the cave who weren't here. Again, this is what I was waiting for. They appear at 8 p.m., but not if it's raining. Green, you were always Mama's favorite. Wah. Red, Mamma Mia, come down, brother. Ouch. So, if you couldn't tell, this is an obvious reference to my two favorite brothers outside of my real-life brother. Mario and Luigi, they have their own little reference here. Black Gull, your matey must have a keen eye to spot in our secret cove. Ho ho. And a very potent ear, apparently. Well, just part him, yar. Not convincing, huh? Sigh. Tell you the truth, I don't really want to be a pirate, I'd rather grow palms. Fortunately, there's no money in the palm business. And they have a little boat here, presumably it's how these guys got here. I was expecting more of like a, pirate ship, but instead it's just like a little lifeboat or something. I'm not judging or anything, it's just, a little less impressive than what could have been. What do we have over here? Grim part from yonder, she's a chilling tale, and I'm sure to haunt your sleep. 'Twas midnight when I lost me hands to a savage monster all the deep. Yar, 'tis true. Alright, I'm just kidding, I actually lost them while trying to fish an eggshell out of the blender. Alas, my famous cake batter days are over. Dartman, care for a game of darts? You got 20 darts to score exactly 301 points. We'll get to that in a second. I want to talk to these two people first. Bartender, oh, I've never seen like you before, but if you got the pirate look, then have one on me, yar-har. Mead. Back from more yar-har, you've had enough, matey. So yeah, we actually get a free mead, something that we haven't gotten to this point. A fermented beverage made from honey. Drink in moderation. So this is kind of a cool way of also getting... 420, by the way, is what it's worth. It's actually a cool way of being able to figure out what mead is. And we actually need to sell one, so we're actually just going to take this and sell it. No offense to this guy, I'm sure his beer tastes good. It's just, I don't know, he's in a stupor. There's also a guy here. He's in, oh, I was talking about the barrel, guy in the barrel there. So we're gonna talk to this guy, Dartman. Care for a game of darts? You got 20 darts to score exactly 301 points. So when you say yes, you'll actually be sent to a bit of a different screen here. As you can see, we are playing darts, and if you aren't familiar with how darts work, I'm guessing a lot of you at least know the base concept. Basically how it works is you'll see these rows of numbers. So for example, there's 1, 18, 4, and all that. They're not in any order in particular. I mean, there's an order to it, but it's not like in order of what you'd think. So you'll see there's like a color like dark green there. There is light green. If you hit those, you'll get whatever the number is equivalent to it. So for example, if I hit that light green, you can see the yellow balls kind of over right now. I would get 1 point. Over the dark green, it'd be 20 there, and then over the dark green down here, it'd be 8, so on and so forth. Now, that's not where it ends. As you can see, there's things here and there. There are like these things. There's a bullseye, of course, which is worth 50 for those who don't know. Then there is the ×2, which is for hitting this outer ring here. You'll get ×2. So for example, if I hit this one up here, I get ×2 for 20. And there's a ×3 if you hit any of these inner ring ones. So for example, if I hit that inner 3, so ×3 to 20, be really good points. Your main goal for this is going to be to try and get the exact 301 points that are required. Now, I do wish the game explained how to play this when you're blind to it, because it's a little complicated. Basically how it works, as you can see, we can't see, but I'm not touching the control stick right now. It's automatically moving. The game will do this as a way to kind of make it more challenging. You can move it around, but it's going to move automatically on its own, so you kind of have to, you know, encompass that. What you're going to do is try to get it over wherever your goal is. Try to get it to be centered as possible. Then, once you've got it in a spot that you think is fairly centered, press A, and you can release there. I didn't do that good because I actually released way too early. And you'll see you'll throw it. Now, I do think it's worth noting that if you just tap the A button, you'll instantly throw pretty much like I did. So what I recommend doing is pressing and holding the button. So for example, once I get it in a spot that I'm comfortable with, which I'm not really liking any of the spots right now, give it a second. It can take a little bit sometimes to let it get in a spot that you're comfortable with. See, when you hold A, you'll see it goes up and down like that. If you want to cancel, I believe you can with B. Or no, you can't cancel it, so I guess I'm committed to this. So as you'll see, it's going to go up and down. Now, when it shrinks, it's more likely that that's where it's going to aim. The bigger it is, the more random of where it could be. So let's see if I can get... Ooh, there we go. So we got the 20 ×3, so we get 60 points. Not bad. So it's more than a bullseye. Hence why you may want to go for that. But it's a little bit harder to hit, so that's why you can go for both. I'm going to go for the bullseye this time, just for the sake of showing that off. Because it's definitely easier to get a bullseye here. Again, they're only worth 50, but 50 is still good. Those things you see at the bottom, those are how many darts you have left to throw. Now, I'll admit, I think this may have gotten nerfed a little bit with how difficult this is, because I think you used to get way fewer throws for this minigame. So now the main challenge comes from the fact that you have to try and get the exact amount. For example, now we have 73 left. So let's just get another 50. So there we go, bullseye. That leaves 23. Now there's no way for us to currently get that specifically, so let's try to hit that 20. Not the multiplication of 20, just the base 20. Is that gonna be the ×2? Okay, no, we got lucky. I was a little, almost too good there. So now that we've done that, we have 3 points to go, meaning if we can land on this 3, we'll be at exactly 0. So we gotta try to... I think that's gonna be it. There we go, 3 points, and with that, you win. You won in 8 throws. That's not bad, especially because the first one I kind of threw and not in a good way. Well, sink me, that's some good throwing. Here's a little something for you. Once you have done this, you will get a gold walnut. It's not much, but hey, it's not too bad. How we make things more interesting? Hit exactly 301 points with 15 darts, and I'll be impressed, matey. He has another challenge for us. Might as well. So we have less darts, and we have to do the exact same thing we did before. This is where those ×3 I was talking about of 20 is very valuable to get, and why I recommend trying to go for at least 1 or 2 on the last round, since you have so many previously. This will give you a chance to kind of practice it. Okay, nice. Again, it's only 10 more points, but those 10 points can make a difference, especially when you have less darts, trust me. It's not something you're always going to want to do, but if you can manage it and you get pretty consistent with it, it will make this part way less stressful, since you only have a limited amount of darts here. We had limited darts last time too, but I think you're given way more in comparison. I mean, you are, because this guy said, no, 15 is way more challenging, but yeah. It's a bit of a complicated minigame, I think. Oh, we only got the 20 there. That's some BS. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I can understand, you know, we're just gonna go for the bullseyes here. Oh, that's definitely not a bullseye. Recording just died out. We're back though. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that, we're back. But yeah, as I was trying to get, basically what I was saying was that, yeah, the difficulty of this minigame, I know a lot of people really don't like and can struggle with it. I think once you get a hang of it, it's not that bad, and you can try it multiple times, I believe. Yeah, I just realized what I did afterwards. Oops. Thankfully, we get multiple the music just cut out. Oh. I don't know if that's just my recording or if the music's actually cutting off. Whatever. But yeah, I know multiple people who struggle with this minigame, and I don't blame you if you do. Just try to practice, and I think eventually you'll kind of get the hang of it as you go. 20. At this point, we'll just take our time. I'm not really caring too much about getting like a high score or anything. Also, yeah, the reason I aborted that was because I realized how bad that was. I'm not here to get like the best score ever. If I ever want to, I can come back to this minigame. It's just, I want to get the reward for completing it. It's not too bad. And darts are really fun in real life. Darts in this game are less fun, but still fun. Well, sink me, that's some good throwing. Here's a little something for you. We get yet another gold walnut. We talked to him one last time. Oh, good to see you again, matey. Let's see if you can score 301 points within 10 darts. So we have even less. Once again, this is why I mentioned trying to hit those 3 times of 20 is very helpful, because that will make this, once again, I think, even possible. I don't know if it's impossible otherwise. You know, we're just going to do that, because I was very off. We'll take 5. That's not great, but yeah, the 20 is sandwiched between 2 really bad numbers, that being a 1 and 5, hence why it's so risky to go for it. But you essentially need to, man. Like, I feel like it's almost impossible. Oh, that sucks. Almost impossible without it. I don't know if it's actually impossible, it just feels that way. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's so garbage. That's so garbage. Okay, no. Thankfully we get to try again. As I said, you can try again if you're failing. I shouldn't have gone for the bullseye right away. What am I doing? But yeah, thankfully we can try again right away, so we don't have to sit here and be like, oh, I have to wait till the next in-game night to try again. So if you're struggling with this, you really don't have to. You can just keep practicing over and over again until you get it. You don't waste any in-game time. What just happened? What just happened? Oh, okay, thank God. I don't care if we only got the 20. I was scared the game was going to crash. Again, the game is not... I have very, very rarely seen crashes in this game, and normally I don't care too much when it crashes, but when I'm trying to record something like this, and, you know, RNG and stuff comes into play on how the days are done and whatnot, and having to remember what I all got done, oh, it makes it so much more nerve-wracking when I think a crash is going to happen. Not to mention, I've experienced, I think, more crashes this run than I ever have in my entire years of playing Stardew Valley, and I played with mods, too, on the PC, so trust me, I'm used to some crashes. Okay, so we have 36, 40, so that'd be too much. Let's see. I get the 25 if I get a bull, but I don't want a bullseye. Let me just get a 20, and then we'll get the 16, hopefully with any luck. Again, presuming I do this right. So that's the 16 right there. Okay, that should be it. No! You did not! You did not just do that. There's no way I throw this, right? There's no way. There's no way. I threw. You got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. You've actually got to be kidding me. Okay, well, I guess, you know what? I'm just going to cut until I get this, because apparently me talking maybe is throwing me off or something, because I'm screwing the pooch real bad. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. It was you guys. I blame you guys. You were throwing me off my game. So look at that. I got first try when I wasn't talking to you frickers. I'm just kidding, by the way. Well, sink me, that's some good throwing. Here's a little something for you. Yet another golden walnut. And, ahoy, if it isn't me old matey, old steady hands, how about a game of darts for old time's sake? Once you've seen this text, it means you have gotten all the golden walnuts you can from him. That is a total of 3 games of darts played that progressively get harder, leading to a total of 3 gold walnuts earned. We will take what we can get, and I'm happy about that. Now, the mermaid we saw yesterday is actually not going to be here. She will only appear here when it's raining out, so now we're going to have to wait for her to come. I didn't do it the first time because I didn't have the materials for it. So we'll have to wait for her to come back to actually finish the puzzle that she was here for. So next time it rains, we'll actually have to come back here for that, which I don't think it's going to on the horizon, but we'll look. We're going to come up here, and we are going to spend our 10 gold walnuts, 10 walnuts, build trading hut, to build a trading hut, because this is honestly the next thing I want, because the trading hut actually allows for some really cool items to be collected. So we open that up. There we go, and they gave birth to this guy, I guess, because he's just here. Coin, no thanks, trade. So yes, for this guy, you can trade in for very specific items. For example, warp totems. For only 5 Toro roots, you get a warp totem. And considering how many of these you can grow as long as you keep coming back here and harvesting stuff, it's not bad. Plus, you can get Toro tubers for only 2 bone fragments. Again, not bad. Pineapple seeds for a magma cap. Not that great of a trade if I'm being honest, but hey, you know what? Could work. Golden coconut. 10 coconuts for 1 gold coconut is a good deal, especially if you go to the desert a lot. Tropical TV for 30 Taro roots. It is a furniture piece you only get from here. It's up to you if it's worth it. 5 cinder shards for a jungle torch. Again, Columbia got here. Tropical chair, 1 lionfish, again, can only be collected here. Banana sapling, 5 dragon teeth. Not the best trade in the world, but if you're having trouble getting the skeleton pieces or whatever, this may be a faster way of getting that started. 75 mussels for a mango sapling is insane, but to be fair, you can get mussels pretty quickly on the beach on this particular island. So wild double bed, 100 cinder shards, again, can only be found here. Tropical bed and tropical double bed can also be found here as well, and only found here. For the tropical bed, you only need 20 ginger, and for the tropical double bed, you need 5 bananas, a little bit more expensive. The mahogany seed, which is the most consistent way of getting these, may seem random, but it's actually nice to have this here. For 1 stingray, not terrible, especially if you really need some. Luau skirt for 50 taro roots. Banana pudding, a recipe for 30 bone fragments. We're going to come back and get this. Deluxe retaining soil for 50 cinder shards is kind of an expensive one, but we'll get to that eventually. And that is it. I mostly wanted this opened up for the golden coconuts, but it's nice to have this just so that way we have things open for us to trade with, since a lot of those things are going to be like taro tubers and things like that we may not have a use for otherwise. That being said, I think we're done with the island for now. Let's head back and we're going to finish up our work for the day. And there is our final amount of funds for spring of year 2. Ancient fruit that we sold, which we sold quite a bit because we need to sell 15, I believe, of it, just to be safe. I don't know if it actually is needed for the mission or whatever. Can see made us decent money, but you can only imagine how much more it's going to make when we actually turn it into alcohol and stuff, because that's worth way more. And of course, we made a decent chunk thanks to our aged roe as well. We're definitely going to it's going to take some time, but we'll eventually make our money back that we spent on our furniture catalog and whatnot. Eventually, we'll make our money back. Exciting bit, we got a lot done, and this is probably a longer episode than I intended it to be, but that happens sometimes. Next time, we're going to be experiencing summer of year 2. You can already see there's some stuff there that we didn't see last year, just, based on people we've met and whatnot. Really exciting stuff, and I'm so excited for it. I hope that I'll see you all there.